Hey everybody, and greetings. It is me, your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend, Joe Seeby. And happy Thursday, guys. And Thursday is always our class that we like to call Picture This. Picture This is when I give you an image, a photograph, a still, a screensaver picture, any kind of image, and your job is to come up with a chorus based on the image that's in front of you. You guys have been doing a great job on these for the last couple of weeks, and I'm really proud of all the work and the great imagination that you guys take to create these, because I know it's not easy a lot of times, but it's a great exercise because it really does lend itself to, instant creativity, especially when you're writing and you don't know what you want to write something, or you maybe say you have to write something, and maybe you don't feel like writing that day. That's a strong possibility. There's a lot of times when I'm super creative, and then there's a lot of times when I'm not that creative, and I have to really dig deep in the recesses of my mind and try to pull something out that sounds good, and that, when I'm writing, just not even melodies, or I'm just talking about lyrics right now, just getting some sort of storyline, something to base your whole song around, The reason I always say to write a chorus is because the chorus is the catchiest part of any song. So you could start with a verse, but I happen to like starting with a chorus because the chorus, like I said, the chorus is the hook. It's the whole meat and potatoes of a song. And if you have that, you can always go back and then write your chapter 1 and your chapter 2 for your verses, But that chorus is really what sells songs, is the chorus, That's the part you sing over and over again. So you want to always make sure that that's strong. And a lot of times, if you're writing with nothing in front of you, you're staring at a blank piece of paper for a long time. And that does not feel good, especially if somebody is calling on you as a professional songwriter to write something, to deliver for them. Sometimes sometimes I'll work with a vocalist that doesn't really particularly write songs. So they're coming to me for material. And then their voice is the vessel that carries the material. Now, sometimes they help me write the material, of course, because it's a writing session. They'll come over. But they're looking to me for the answer, to come up with something that they couldn't come up with on their own by themselves. But when we collaborate, then we come out with some good stuff. Now, however, if they're coming over and they don't feel creative, and I'm there and I don't feel creative, and we don't have any subject matter whatsoever to start from, any kind of theme, anything at all, it's going to be a long hour and a half, 2 hours before we have anything on the paper yet. So that's the hardest part. So this takes some of that out. Having a photograph or an image of something is already laying the foundation for your story. It's already written for you. But, and that's why I love this exercise. And if you give the same picture to 100 people, you're going to get 100 songs. You're going to get 100 different songs. It's not like, whatever that picture means to you personally, that's more important than trying to write something based on the picture. I want to fix that right now. Listen, I want you to write something based on the image that you see, but the image is more of a catalyst to get you started on something so that there's a theme. Now, if the picture was of a dog at a park and your grandmother had a dog that looked like that, and if you wrote it about your grandmother because that dog reminded you of your grandmother, then write it about your grandmother. You're the boss of this universe, not me. It's your universe. You write whatever you want based on that picture. If that, whatever the picture is, I don't care if it's a picture of a trash can and it makes you think of your third grade teacher because there was a trash can that looked like that in your third grade class, then write it about her. Again, this universe is yours. The only rules that apply in this instance is this. It's a song, it's a chorus, it's got to rhyme, it's got to tell a story, and it's got to make sense. That's pretty much it. Anything else, it's entirely up to you. But just try to make it as creative and as catchy. Remember, choruses are catchy. You know, they're rhymey, they're slick, and especially with pop music, it's got to be catchy. People got to want to sing it together. It's got to be fun to sing, or else you don't want a boring chorus, you know. So, and like I said, this is a great way for you to let your imagination go and just come up with whatever you see in your mind. Now, I am going to show you this because I explain this every week, and I'll continue because I think it's really important. When you do this exercise, the great thing about watching this on YouTube is that you can pause this video. So when I finally do show you the photograph or the picture that we're basing this off of tonight, pause the video. I want you to stare at the image, stare at the picture until you go into a daydream. Seriously. Stare at that photograph until you're not here anymore in this room. You're in the picture and you're in here in your mind. I want you to go in there, and when you pull back and you're back at your desk, I want you to write down everything that you saw in here on the paper. And for those of you who don't write well, dictate it into your phone. You have speech to text. Say your ideas in your phone. Hit the little microphone. Say your piece in the microphone. That's a great way to do it. So anyway, and then I want you to do this. When you pull back also, I want you to write down everything that you saw in the picture. Everything that's physically evident in the front, in the foreground, in the background. I want you to write everything. The overall color of the picture should, a lot of pictures, there might be multiple colors and multiple things, but if the overall hue of a picture has an overall color, write that down too. That might end up being the name of the song. Who knows, right? So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to show you the photograph right now that I picked for tonight's Picture This episode. So here it is. Enjoy. Okay, so you saw the picture. It's a big, giant blue eye superimposed with an ocean sunset, like an ocean and a sunset. Now, I was going through pictures today and stumbled on that one, and I thought, something about that and I looked at lots of pictures today, but that one, for some reason, visually and creatively, just stood out to me for some reason. I have no idea why, but it did, right? So I'm staring at it, and I'm looking at it, and I go into my daydream where I'm in the picture. And when I pulled back from the picture, and I'm back here in my chair, I thought, when you're hypnotized or mesmerized or taken by someone who is captivating and beautiful and when you're in love, when you love somebody and you meet this new person and they just make you feel like you're at the mercy of anything that they would come up with. And, well, so the picture, the first thing I saw was blue eyes. So in my mind, I went in and pictured this whole scenario of this new person in my life. I'm writing it about me in the first person. But you could write this if you were a girl, about a guy, it doesn't matter. So anyway, this is what I wrote for this photograph. And I hope you enjoy this, but here's what it is. Blue as the sky, bright as the sun. I'm under your spell, knew you were the one. I'm losing control. My will slips away, eternally yours for the rest of my days. I'm going to read it one more time. Blue as the sky, bright as the sun. I'm under your spell, knew you were the one. I'm losing control. My will slips away, eternally yours for the rest of my days. So that's what I saw when I looked at this photograph. So I can't wait to see what you guys write for this. I really am looking forward to reading all of the emails and texts that you guys send me and Facebook Messenger notes with the picture in it and your take on the photograph. Anyway, guys, that is all the time that we have for tonight. Again, this is your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend Joe Seavey. I love you guys. Be careful, be safe, and I will see you very soon. All right, guys, love you. Peace.